My background, well, I'm actually an Essex boy, which I'm sort of quite proud of my roots, really. I know a lot of people, it just gets a really bad press, Essex. It always has done. When I was younger, it was Essex girl jokes. Now it's Towie, but I find Essex people very sort of down to earth and a lot less competitive and a lot less sort of pretentious than a lot of people from other areas. And so I'm quite proud of my Essex route. Having said that, I did leave as soon as I could, and then I went to university in the Midlands and then moved to London. So I've been a Londoner most of my life, actually, so half and half, really. So I started playing bass when I was about 16, and I was naturally drawn to the funkier side. One of the big bands back then was Level 42. Old Thunder Thumb's Mark King, and I just thought, what an amazing instrument. So I told my parents I want a bass guitar, and they were like, why do you want to play a bass guitar? Everyone plays the normal guitar. But I stuck to my guns, and to this very day I'm still a slapper.
Don't wanna be a great man. Don't wanna be a great man. Living from day to day. No light, no shade, just gray. Don't wanna be a great man. Don't wanna be a great man. Surely there's another way. No light, no shade, just gray.
So in the past, musically, I was in a rap rock three-piece band. It was very influenced by Rage Against the Machine. I was a rapper. I did a sort of Mockney rap. An example of that would be I grew up in the 80s, which were not a good time if you weren't bloody rich, which sounds, I sort of over-egged my Cockneyness, so I sounded like a Mockney. I didn't sound that good, really, but it was quite a popular band. Then I joined a BMG signed band as just a bass player. We won in the city. We went on to MTV. Then I decided I wanted to get into production, so I bought my first little 4-track, and then I got an 8-track, and then I got a computer, and then I built up my studio. I started to learn other instruments because it was always very expensive getting a guitarist in, or getting a keyboardist in, or getting brass section. So I started learning the instruments, so it would be cheaper. Basically, it was the main reason why.
Leaves me in beds, days away for sunshine. Will I ever be safe and sound?
I got together with a DJ called Billy Perez, and we went out as Drew and Perez. We had records out all around the world. We had radio play on Radio 1. We were on the Dream Team #1 hype charts, and we had releases on Soul Heaven and things like that. And I worked with some amazing artists like Omar and Donny. But then I always thought I'd want to make my own music that's a bit more diverse and go out as a solo artist. That was always in the back of my head, so that's where I am now with this album. Sunwalker, I just thought it sounded quite positive and energetic. I really like Luke Skywalker. I really like Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I like Daywalker from the film Blade with Wesley Snipes. And I thought, oh, Sunwalker sounds good. No one's used that, but it turns out someone has used it. There's a game called World of Warcraft where there's a character called Sunwalker, but I'm not big enough for them to sue me, so we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But Sunwalker is, I mean, I don't want people to come up to me in gigs or, you know, whatever, just to say, oh, hi, Sunwalker, because that sounds really pretentious and crap. I'd rather they call me Andy. My name is Andy, but the whole collective, the whole thing is Sunwalker.
How I wish that I could see the sun, living like a vampire, everyday vampire. Take a look at what I have become, living like a vampire,
So the album is a mix of dance music, sort of house music, straight ahead house music and funk, a bit of electro, a little bit of drum and bass, a little bit of sort of maybe sort of dubstep influenced production. And I'm singing on most of it, but we've got some great guest singers, people that I've worked with in the past, people like Katie Leone from Incognito. I've done stuff on her album, and she's luckily singing on my album. She's got one of the best voices, I think, in the UK, best female sort of soul voices. There's Lifford Shillingford, who is best known for his work with the Artful Dodger, but is an amazing soul singer, amazing house singer, who's really big on the house scene. He sings on loads of stuff, so I'm very lucky to have him. Got Lauren Johnson, who is an up-and-coming soul singer. She sings backing vocals for a lot of big artists like Rita Ora and Kwabs, but she's becoming an artist in her own right. And I've got Caroline Harrison on the album. She's an amazing artist as well, who's a great sort of folky, jazzy singer who's based in Wales. So I'm very lucky to have all these different artists, as well as myself, who's singing on most of it.
Think I may intervene, 'cause there's no point sitting and stewing in my own misery. Find my way, find my way, 'cause I know something will change. That's what I feel.
So I'm not a big fan of writing songs about love. I think other people do that a lot better than me. Most of my songs are social observations, so not overtly political. I don't like to sort of get on a soapbox. They're more subtle, although no one has ever called me subtle in my life. So yeah, so a lot of the songs are about things like mental health, talking about the pressures of being at work. The song Treadmill is about the environment and the ticking time bomb that I believe the environment is at the moment. End of the World is about trying to have a bit more trust between people that aren't the same as you. So just because that person hasn't got the same colour of skin, why should you instantly not trust that person? Which I think is very relevant with the immigration crisis that we're having at the moment.
I ain't no freak, you see. No, no, I just look a little different to you. Seems I got another point of view. No, you're no big mess to play. No, no, can't you see that you end on me? You're not happy, so you're blaming me.
The song All Good is about gentrification and not enough social housing, and you know, why do we have to knock down these amazing music venues and estates just to make money? It sort of breaks the rules a little bit. It's, you know, albums that come out are normally one singer or a compilation. This is sort of a mixture of both. I'm singing on most of it, but on certain songs which I think don't suit my voice, then I've got different singers on, and I think it works. I think it's a jamboree of funky fun.